The historic 2021 heat dome still fresh in our minds. Emergency managers throughout the region are preparing for what for you. Joelle Jones has been tracking the county's efforts to keep people cool and safe and has the very latest on that information. Joelle.
Well, Wayne, while libraries, malls, and misting stations are all great resources available now, with this dangerous heat just around the corner, the county has still not laid out any plans to open cooling shelters tomorrow, though they tell us that information could come at any moment.
It's supposed to be 104 degrees for consecutive days. We're glad that we're here and that we're able to get some of these things out to people before this heat wave starts.
With triple-digit temperatures expected to strike the Portland metro tomorrow, local nonprofits like Blanchet House are doing what they can to keep vulnerable residents cool and hydrated.
That's a sunscreen, and these are really great if you can get some water on.
Of the dangerous stretch of heat, volunteers passed out cases of water, brimmed hats and visors, clean socks, and more. Volunteer manager Jennifer Ransdell tells us the organization plans to continue handing out these essentials, but says donations could further their reach.
If we get donations, we'll have them all set up just like this and get them out the door to people. So if anyone wants to donate some electrolytes, that's a great thing to do right now, but some of that little extra stuff is really helpful.
And as local outreach groups work to help those most vulnerable, emergency management officials are also prepping for the incoming weather while urging all residents to stay hydrated, avoid the heat, and limit outdoor activities.
This is an event where we're seeing for the first time this summer temps up and likely to see over 100 degrees and potentially for more than one day. We definitely want people to consider what they're doing and when they're doing it.
Chris Voss, the director of emergency management for Multnomah County, says since the heat dome event of 2021, they have worked with the state to provide air conditioning units to people with limited resources, extend library hours, and occasionally open cooling shelters. And while the county is still deciding if and where shelters could open tomorrow, Voss says we can all do our part to keep neighbors safe.
Maybe you've got air conditioning in your house or you're sort of limiting some of your activities, but also you might have family or friends or maybe even some neighbors that are not in the same situation. So your ability to reach out to those folks at this point in time and welcome them in, find out what their status is, and sort of also encourage behavior that might also reduce risk is really, really important for us.
Now, if the county does in fact open up those cooling shelters, they say they don't want transportation to be a barrier. They tell us people can call 211 for transportation. Also, TriMet will be waiving all fares for people going to shelter locations. In fact, they do open those shelters. So we will continue to follow this and bring you any updates as it develops. But for now, live in Portland, I'm Joelle Jones, KOIN 6 News.